What is up, people? It's your boy Nasiki, the Hidden Legend, and I'm back again with another great video for you guys to watch to always tune in. Guys, it's amazing to be making videos all of the time. I really love it. Hope you guys are enjoying the content as well. So for today's video, I'll be talking about something that I know a lot of individuals out there, a lot of people are going through at the moment. And it's something that needs to be touched on. It's not something that I should neglect because I myself has been through this before and I've battled with this for a long time in my life. So obviously I'm not really planning on this video to be too long, but I still want to hit a lot of important points because I really don't need to give a massive explanation about the times we're living in. We all know the times we're living in is pretty dark. You know, there's no need to really name and shame too much. But one thing that is needed nowadays as a people, not even just as a people, as you, I don't like to speak on groups. I like to speak to you as the individual person, and that's what I like to do. A choice that you as a person needs to make, that no one else is going to make for you, is to pick a side. Yes, it's really like that. It's really like that. You as the individual, you need to pick a side. You need to pick either team A or team B. You need to pick either red or blue, either white or black, either light or either darkness, either day, either night. You need to pick a side. You seriously in your own life, as the individual, let's forget about the friendship group. Let's forget about the family, the people around you. Let's think about you for just 1 second, for a couple of seconds. And then after this, obviously, you can go on, think about other people, stuff like that. Let's focus on you for now, for your own self. Maybe you haven't picked a side yet. Maybe you don't know what side to pick. Maybe you're contemplating the end result of you picking a specific side. Maybe you're scared to pick a side. You're thinking about what that person would say. You're confused. You don't know what to do. Obviously, I'm not here to tell anyone what to do, by the way. All my videos, everything I speak about is entirely up to you. You are your own person. All I can really do is speak on certain topics, share my views on it, and keep it moving. But one thing that is a fact is you picking a side. I've been on my, let's say, spiritual journey. I've been drawing closer and closer to God. As if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know that already. And this is mentioned a lot in the Bible. Jesus, the Messiah, Son of God, he spoke about this as well a lot. And he gave the analogy of masters. You can't serve two masters. You can't love money and you can't love God. For you love one and you hate the other. It's Matthew 6 verse 24. If you didn't know. So even in that context, it still applies even to this day. A man can't serve two masters. In your head, you're probably thinking, bro, like, I can. In your head, you're probably thinking, I can juggle this job, this side hustle, this business. I mean, let's say you can in a way, but you yourself, you're thinking you can juggle everything at once. But let's be real. Even in the analogy that I just gave right now, you thinking you can juggle that job, that side hustle, that business, there's definitely one you love more than the other in that comparison, you know? There's definitely one you love more. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to favor your business a lot more than the job and the side hustle. You're just trying to make money. But your business is mainly your passion. You created it, of course. So that in itself shows you love that one thing more than the other. It don't matter whatever you're juggling in life, relationships, friendships, you're gonna love one of those things more than the other. It can even be by 1%. It can even be by a bit. You're going to love that thing way more than the other. That's how it goes. And it comes to a point where you're gonna reach a point where you're gonna need to make a decision. You're gonna need to pick a side. Realistically, you just can't be roaming around aimlessly, not knowing who you belong to, not having a place to stay or sleep. Like you can't have two, three houses. Like eventually, I mean, you can, but eventually, one's gonna feel more like home. One will feel more like home, you know. And this is something that really needs thought of. You need to think about this for yourself. For yourself, pick the side. It's either team A or team B. It's either red or black, blue or white. Pick a side and pick wisely. Obviously, it's not up to me what team you pick, what color you pick, but just pick wisely. You can figure that on your own, but just pick wisely, you know? Really think about the side that you pick. If you ask me, I say pick God's side. That's my thing, innit? If you ask me, I say pick God's side, you know? Of course, you guys are going to do what you want to do, entirely up to you, but if I was you, that's the side I'm picking. And that, just to let you know, that equals any area of your life. It all goes back to, of course, the creator. So, but it still is entirely up to you what side you pick, you know. But yeah, just think about it. Just really think about that for real. Like it will really need some thought, you know. Really, really, really will need some thought. And I have 2 points I want to hit for individuals that at the moment in their life they may be going through this, and I know definitely a lot of people are going through this. They just don't know what side to pick. They can't draw the line in their life. They don't know when to. They just don't know. I have 2 points that can help. So the first point that I have is authority. You need a sense of authority and urgency for yourself. You just need to know when to just say no, like put the foot down and say, I'm not doing this. That's how you pick the side that was the right side for you. That's how you pick the right side for you. That's how you know. That's when the decision of picking a side will become more easier when you pick the side for you and when you know when to say just no. Just putting your foot down. This can be in any aspect. This can be with whoever it is. I know some of you is that friendship group. Yes, I'm hitting the nail with this one. It's that friendship group. You just don't know when you don't know when to say no. Let's go to this place. Let's go to that place. Let's do this. Let's do that. You can't put the foot down. You're always going back and forth for yourself. You don't have a place. You don't have a side to pick. You're always in the middle. You make plans. Oh, let's do this. All right, cool. No backbone. It's to be authoritative. Being authoritative, it gives you that backbone. It gives you that backbone. You're not unstable. You know where you're going. That's a good thing in itself. If you know where you're going, that's an amazing thing. Because you have a backbone. You've picked your side. You're not really lost. You can't really be dragged, tossed and thrown around. You think about one thing only. That can be your goal, that can be your dream, that can be an aspiration. You're not double minded. Even reminds me of a scripture, James 1 verse 8. Double minded man is unstable in all of his ways. Don't matter what you do, if you're double minded, if you just can't focus on that one thing, everything you do will be unstable. Everything you do, it will just, it won't work because you're not focused on that one thing. You think you can balance all types of things. It's not possible, unfortunately. We're not Superman, we're not Superwoman around here. So that's potentially a reason, and that's a point even to make for why you feel like this, for why you find it hard, and it's a way to really escape this difficulty. Is you just picking a side, and it's just you saying no, just having authority, being authoritative, knowing to put your foot down, having a backbone, not always agreeing with what everyone has to say. You don't always have to agree. You can disagree. You can disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless you know where you're going and you have direction, you have purpose for yourself, you're in the right position anyways. So that's probably a tip that I have, is just simply like, look, like, you definitely need to have authority in order for you to overcome this problem. Another thing, another thing that can potentially help, you might just need some structure. You might just need some structure to yourself and to your life. You're probably just aimless. You're just aimless. There's no plan to anything. In everything, you're going to need a plan. You need to individually make that plan. No one can do it. No one can do it, and no one's going to do it. Especially if you're a guy. If you're a guy, I'm not sure about females, but if you're a guy, good luck with that one. You need to make a plan. You need to create a plan. Or else someone else will, someone else will do it for you. And it may not be the plan that you intended to, but that only happens when you don't have a side to pick. You haven't picked a side yet. More time it's because you're aimless. You aimlessly do things. You need to create a formula. You need to create a strategy, a method to get where you need to be, to do what you want. And that only happens when you pick the right side. You know, it seriously is a major thing. Is a major thing. I mean, this is how I got out of the cycle myself. Because as I mentioned before, I was in a position where I had I was aimless and had no authority over my life or whatever I did, and I had no side to pick. I was in the middle. The worst position you can ever be is in the middle in any situation. It's either you're in whatever team. It's either that you're in that team or that team. You know. So, but anyway, this video is not that long. Just wanted to simply say that, you know, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and stay legendary.